better living.
It is one of the most honored children's programs on television, but its subject matter this week isn't kid stuff. As Bruce Morton reports, it is a look at something many adults don't like to face up to.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
Sesame Street has been teaching children for 14 years, teaching lots of children. More than 9 million kids under 6 watch every day, teaching them about letters and numbers, about cities, about life and people. Mr. Hooper and Big Bird, for instance, on the letter H.
Now, let's see what else is here that might begin with the letter H. Oh, yes, look, hair. Oh, no, there's not enough to mention.
But this week, Sesame Street is teaching a new kind of lesson, sharing with its viewers some thoughts on how to deal with death.
Okay. Well, what can I do for you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
When Will Lee, the actor who played the storekeeper, Mr. Hooper, died, Sesame Street had a choice. They could fake it, have Mr. Hooper move to California, say, or they could deal with his death in terms their young viewers would understand. Chief writer Norman Stiles.
So a 3 to 5-year-old needs to know just the essential facts. That somebody's dead, that they won't be back.
Big Bird, when people die, they don't come back.
Ever?
No, never.
Why not?
Well, Big Bird, they're dead. They can't come back.
You feel sad when somebody dies, and that's okay. That you might feel a little angry, and that's okay. And that you have your memories, and that there is no explanation.
Well, it won't be the same.
You're right, Big Bird. It'll never be the same around here without him. But you know something? We can all be very happy that we had a chance to be with him and to know him and to love him a lot when he was here.
Bob McGrath. Bob.
They don't realize the finality of death. They want to know who's going to take care of them. They get angry because someone has changed an otherwise wonderful, ongoing kind of situation.
You know, everything was just fine. Why does it have to be this way? Give me one good reason.
Big Bird, it has to be this way because.
Just because?
Just because.
Oh. You know, I'm gonna miss you, Mr. Looper.
That's Hooper, Big Bird. Hooper.
The scene will be broadcast tomorrow. Bruce Morton, CBS News, Sesame Street.
For CBS News, Dan Rather in New York. Thank you for joining us. Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody.
The characters on Sesame Street have become friends to millions of youngsters. Like this 5-year-old in Grand Prairie, Big Bird, and all the rest are people they love and trust. TV is make-believe, but life is real. In real life, Will Lee, the man who played Mr. Hooper, died. And tomorrow, on Sesame Street, Mr. Hooper will die too.
We could have just had Mr. Hooper go to Florida or just simply not deal with it at all, but we quickly dismissed that and decided to try to deal with it if we could.
He's gonna come back. Why, who's gonna take care of the store?
I think for Sesame Street's goals, this was a very appropriate way to handle it, and a nice introduction from kind and caring characters that are very important to a child at that age.
Big Bird, when people die, they don't come back.
Ever?
No, never.
They're at an age when hearing about death from their parent makes it much more important to them and makes it much more understandable.
Mr. Hooper helped teach children about life. Ironically, in his death, he still is. Dan White, Channel 5 Action News Tonight.